fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya and our friend Venom. Now, Midoriya and Venom had a massive argument, and the result was these two both separating. Venom thought it would be best to take down Toga to prevent her from stealing another person's life. Meanwhile, Midoriya was arguing that she is also a victim in this, and killing her would be killing an innocent person. Now, Midoriya, he basically forced Venom to separate with him, and telling him to go find a new host if he's going to be trying to kill Toga. Now, with that being said, he did then head to the police station where she was being held, as she is currently going through the process of being turned into S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, with that being said, we do have Midoriya, who met with a police detective and discovered that he was in possession of the toxin symbiote, since Midoriya could feel the symbiote in the man's blood or in his body. Now, with that being said, Midoriya and Toxin then bonded, Midoriya agreeing to take on the symbiote as his host. Now, with that, it has been roughly about 1 month since this did happen. In this amount of time, Midoriya has actually been trying to get accustomed to his new life. Him teaching the symbiote the ropes, and putting it through its paces. Now, with that, the news also did announce that Agent Venom will be joining their task force. And Midoriya was watching this from the comfort of his own home, as he was angry about this. Now, as soon as Encoded walked into the room, Midoriya turned off the television, or at least switched the channel over to something different, as Encoded actually asked her son if things have been going okay for him. Yeah, they have. Are you sure, sweetie? Yes, Mom, I'm fine. Izuku, you don't seem to be fine. Listen, Mom, it's weird, you know? Well, of course. You haven't really even told me where you've been at. Oh. Well, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, but just so you know, I am always here if you ever need to talk. Midoriya closing his mouth. Toxin informing that he should let her know about this, right? She is his mother. Does he not trust her? No, I do, Toxin. Thing is, I don't know how she'll react to everything. She doesn't know you're aliens. Really? Why? Well, I don't know. But you're right. Mom, there is something I want to talk to you about. Alright. But first, Midoriya does say standing up. Him walking around the couch and telling her that she might want to sit down for this. Now, Midoriya and her do sit at the dinner table. Midoriya trying to find the best way to tell her this. as he does just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As Inko does open her mouth, as she does say the words flat out with no hesitation. Midoriya, as he turned to open his mouth, she says the words, "Is Jiro pregnant?" Midoriya just, "Wait, what? No, no. Mom, what gave you that impression?" Well, I mean, your father, he got the same feeling that I am right now. And, well, his reaction was kind of the way I'm reacting right now. No, Mom. She and I we're still trying to figure that out. I mean, I've talked with her and me and her did go out to talk again last week. But it's just she and I well, it's my my relationship with her is kind of strained, especially since I've been gone for a while. In fact, I want to tell you this. Whenever I was gone, I wasn't running away, hiding, or playing vigilante. In fact, well, you thought I was dead, and that kind of hurt. Well, Izuku, an agent told me that you died in Camino. Yeah, that's where they believe my body was found. But that wasn't me. In fact, I was in a coma for 4 years, Mom. Hmm? What? Yeah, I know you thought I was dead. Well, I was brain dead. Almost. I don't really know. But I was going after my friend Toga. Hmm. Oh, Himiko. The girl with the quirk similar to your own? Yeah. Mom, these aren't quirks. Hmm? I'm sorry? Midoriya telling Toxin to reveal himself. Toxin popping out of Midoriya's shoulder. As she just stared at the symbiote for a second, confused. Hmm? Hello, Venom. I'm not Venom. Toxin. Hmm? Oh. Wait, this isn't a quirk? Midoriya telling his mother that this is an alien symbiote. The symbiotes are called Clintars, and they're from space. They've come to this world for an unknown reason. And he found Venom the day that man died on the rooftop. The man bonded with Venom, and Venom then bonded with him. Ever since then, he's been trying to become a pro hero using Venom. Now, Inko is obviously taken aback. Midoriya actually bringing his hands up to her head and telling her that he can show her everything. That he does know. Now, Inko, she is hesitant. However, she does trust her son. Midoriya giving her the rundown on everything. As, after they do disconnect, she's obviously disturbed by it all. But at the same time, she is impressed. Telling her baby boy that she's proud of him. He has not given up on his friend. And, well, that's really all he can do. Her then actually bring her hand up to her son's shoulder and saying that, however, he's been gone for 4 years. So, take a day off. You don't have to push yourself this hard, Izuku. Mom, I can't tell you how hard it was to tell you this. Hmm? I understand. In fact, well, I'm just glad to be in the loop, you know? Yeah, yeah. And, well, I'm gonna go see Jiro. Hmm? You should, sweetheart. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Now, Midoriya would suit up in Toxin and climb out the window, or walk through the front door and swing away. Now, As that does happen, we do actually have somebody who did see Midoriya leave. And they were curious as they wanted to ask him a question. Now, Midoriya does actually swing over to the music studio. And he does land before the suit does change around him. Now, the suit does change into a simple shirt and camouflages as a pair of black pants. Midoriya looking at the shirt and is talking about how this is kind of his style. Simple, right? Yeah, it is. Although I'm gonna have to show you a bit more of what I'm talking about later. Why? Well, listen, Toxin. Sometimes certain shirts, they blend in more. Besides, it's almost June. I think a tank top would have worked a bit more. Now, Toxin then does do that, changing into a tank top. Midoriya just looking at it and talking about how, yeah, that's it. Good job. Thanks. Now, Midoriya would then walk in, as we do have Jiro, who is talking with this guy. Now, Jiro is telling him to just leave her alone. She already does have plans. Oh, come on. Come on, Kyoka. Just go on a date with me. I said no. Why not? Because her actually looking over where the door was. And she does see Midoriya, saying that she already does have plans tonight. Before she does just pull her hand away from his. Or her arm away from his hand, talking about how she's leaving now. Now, she would then walk over to Midoriya, as she actually does, grab him by his arm, talking about how it's good to see him again. And Midoriya, he's pulled out of the door. The guy looking to see Midoriya. Who the hell is that guy? Now, as this does happen, Midoriya and her are both outside. Him just asking what that was about. Oh my god. No. He's being himself. I don't know the best way to tell you that. What do you mean? Jeez. Well, you see, my. I don't know how to tell you this really, Midoriya. It's a bit complicated. My parents thought it was time for me to go out on a date with somebody. What? Yeah, about that. In fact, I've been meaning to tell you about that for a while now. I went on a date with that guy. Robbie saw me with him. And he was asking me about it earlier. Oh, yeah. The date didn't go too well, though. So, we didn't really have that connection. Alright. Listen, Midoriya, I hope you're not too mad. I meant to call you. No, I'm sorry, actually. I should have said something to you or texted you sometime. I'm dealing with a whole lot with this whole Toga situation. And then there's something else. What do you mean? There's something else? Yeah. Midoriya just bringing his hand up and saying that he can show her. Okay. Now, she does actually hold her hand out and touch Midoriya's, as Toxin would bond her with him and show her what he's talking about. Midoriya showing her that Venom went, well, a bit too far, and how he discovered Toxin. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Toxin? Oh my god. Yeah, it's a whole lot. Wait, so is that why half your shirt's red? Yeah, it is. But, yeah, so, about those plans. Hmm? Oh, sorry to get you involved with that. Actually, no, that's kind of why I was here. A funny coincidence, actually. I was gonna ask if you wanted to go on a date tonight. Hmm? Sure, I'd love to. Now, Midoriya would watch as she actually does perk up a bit and seem to be a whole lot happier. Now, Midoriya would tell her that he'll see her later. And Jiro does actually ask if they can just spend time together until then. Now, Midoriya actually does turn around, saying, "You know what? Yeah, a day off is just what I need." Now, Midoriya and her actually do head to a place, as they do spend the day together and reminisce about old times. Jiro taking Midoriya to the music shop that they did meet at. As both of them do walk in, a few people do recognize Jiro. And Jiro even does pick up one of her own albums. The guy at the desk listening to some of her work before looking up at her and screaming like a fangirl, asking her if she can sign his album or his copy, to which she would do. And then they would leave again, walking around more and talking about what Midoriya has been up to. Him explaining the training that he has been putting on the symbiote, along with, actually, the two then heading over to a store. Jiro talking about how going out in public whenever you're famous does feel a bit different. The last time she went on a date with, let's say she calls the guy, well, not Robbie because I already used that name. Just insert a random name here. How a fan came running up to them and ruined the night. More than it already could have gone. Now, she talks about how if it's all fine with him, they'll just have a date night at her apartment. Midoriya agreeing, the two picking up ingredients for food, as they do then head back to her place. Now, Midoriya and Jiro, they actually are both hanging out, as she introduces Midoriya to, to a TV show she has been watching. Midoriya actually talking about how he's heard of this one. His mom told him to take a day off and watch some of it, recommending this show, but he wasn't too sure, asking what it's about. Her basically explained it has somewhat of the same plot as a high school teenage drama. Now, the two do begin watching the show, and Midori does actually find some of it kind of interesting. And then there is actually a bit of time later, whenever Jiro actually does start to prepare the food in the kitchen. Midori actually getting up and joining her, as he would actually begin to play her album in a video player or a stereo set that she actually does have. Now, with that, Midoriya is listening to it as they begin to prepare their food. It does take a little bit of time. However, after it is all said and done, the two do actually sit down and eat. As they are having simple conversations, and Shiro actually seems to be a lot more comfortable than she's ever been. Now, there actually is then whenever she's talking about how she's met paparazzi and certain music fans who go a bit too far. Her naming a few incidents, where Midoriya he actually does make fun of it by talking about how, "Oh my god, Miss Jiro, can I get an autograph? Can you sign my face?" Her telling Midoriya that she doesn't have a marker on her. To which Midoriya would just make a crude joke. her laughing at it a little bit before at least actually finding it funny. Now, then there is whenever the two are done talking. Midoriya actually feeling like he should leave for the night and head back home, as he is standing outside Jiro's apartment, looking over the city as it does actually feel a bit cold. Midoriya taking a breath in before taking a breath out, and seeing his breath. Now, Jiro actually would walk over and ask Midoriya if he is gonna leave tonight. Hmm? Yeah, that was the plan. Really? Yeah. It was a nice day. Nice night, actually. Yeah, it's been the most I've been able to relax in a while. You know? My work's been kind of stressful. My life's felt very different. I don't know. But being around you, it just makes me more comfortable. Yeah, I kind of get it. Hmm? Kind of? Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's because we know so much about each other, but it's just that you're fascinating. And life feels better when I'm around you. I don't have to think about everything negative. I don't have to think about, well, a lot. Now, Jiro actually would tell Midoriya, as she does actually reach out and grab him by his shoulder, that he can stay here the night if he does want to. And Midoriya does actually turn around, as Jiro does actually pull him into a hug, talking about how she wanted to wait for him. She wanted to wait for him to come back. I appreciate that. Did you actually think I died? You're too stubborn to die. Yeah, I like to think that too. I don't remember anything. Hmm? From when I was in a coma? I just woke up and 4 years. 4 years. Her actually pulling back and looking at Midoriya as he does turn away, tears in his eyes. Midoriya is still wondering, could he have changed things at Kamino if he didn't go after Toga that night? What would have happened then? What he have been around for? The hero community, they fell apart without All Might there. But they pulled themselves together. Now, Jiro actually asks Midoriya to look at her. Midoriya actually turning his head as she does kiss him. And Midoriya, he doesn't pull away. He just pulls Jiro a little bit closer, as the two do begin to kiss. Now, the two do then head back inside, as Midoriya would stay the night at Jiro's place. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.